Welcome to the College Football Bros. I'm Michael Newman.
I'm Ryan Newman.
And I'm Trey Newman.
Game day is going to be in Austin this weekend for Alabama at Texas. Not the closest spread, though, so we'll see if we can get a close game here. But with that in mind, how would you guys define success for Texas this upcoming weekend?
Yeah, it's tough to pinpoint, but I mean, if they keep it within 2 touchdowns, honestly, I don't care if it's 80-66 or 14-0. Like, you stay relatively close with Bama, then that's a darn good sign. But no, more seriously though, I just like to see from Texas. I like to see them move the ball consistently on offense, because coming into the season, we knew the defense probably wasn't going to be all that good for Texas. They weren't that great last year, and didn't seem like they really changed a bunch or added to some significant pieces. But the question was the offense. Could it really move to the next level and be elite with all the great skill talent that they have, and Quinn Ewers taking over at quarterback? That was what we weren't quite sure about, and it's still obviously up in the air. You consistently move the ball against a great defense like Alabama, put up a good amount of points. That is a great sign heading into Big 12 play, where you're not going to face a Bama in Big 12. So if you can do that against Bama, then you got a shot to win the conference.
Yeah, and I'm kind of along the same lines. Like, Ewers, he doesn't have to light it up, but at least show something, getting it to Xavier Worthy for some chunk plays. Maybe if the offensive line can create some holes against that incredible Bama defense for Bijan Robinson. And then on the defensive side, though, I know they're not anticipated to be good this year at all, but can they make any stops? Like, can they get Bama to third down, make them work for it? They don't have to win, of course, the game, but just show some life and don't get KO'd in the first half.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement that it doesn't have to involve a win, though. Right now, the Vegas odds give it about a 10% chance of happening, so it's not like it's zero. Like, Texas could win this game.
Yeah,
it wouldn't even be that much more of an upset than A&M beating Alabama was last year, according to the point spread. So, I would think success is Quinn Ewers looking good. Like Ryan said, keeping it within a couple scores, maybe keeping it a game into the fourth quarter, something like that. So, see what happens. But let's make our picks against the spread. Alabama is a 19.5-point favorite on the road. Trey, what are you thinking here?
I'm taking Alabama in this one. I just, I'm not sure of what we're getting out of Texas yet. Alabama was a machine last week against the Mountain West champ Utah State, and I just really want to see if Texas's defense is improved at all. Even if it is, you're not going to stymie this Tide offense. And when Texas has the ball, no matter how good Ewers may be, it's his second game, arguably facing the best defense in the nation. Saban's going to show him things that he's really never seen before. And that offensive line was poor at times last year. Can they be consistent enough with guys like Will Anderson coming at them? I'm just kind of in prove-it mode for Texas right now, so I'm going to take the Tide.
Yeah, I agree with you. If this was, maybe a month ago, I probably would have taken the points with Texas, but 2 injuries late in the offseason for Texas kind of have me thinking, at least questioning the offense a little bit more than I was. I'm still high on it, but the injury to Isaiah Nayor, of course, the wide receiver transfer from Wyoming, I thought he was going to be a big piece for them, provide a nice deep threat. And then Junior Angelau, the offensive lineman, their most experienced O-lineman, that's a position that is their biggest question mark on the offense, the O-line. It's very young. They're having to start 2 true freshmen there. I mean, very talented true freshmen, so a lot of schools would be lucky to start them, but their second game going up against, like you said, a defense like Alabama, going up against those edge rushers, Dallas Turner and Will Anderson, that could be tough for Quinn Ewers. So if he's under pressure, and it's not like Alabama's secondary is something that can be picked apart. They've got arguably the best secondary in the country. They are absolutely stacked. So could be tough going in the passing game, but we'll see. I mean, Quinn Ewers is super talented. Still got Xavier Worthy. So we'll see what happens. But just overall, and when you look at Texas's defense, I know they looked good against ULM last week, but Bryce Young and that offense is a whole different animal. So it's just hard for me to go against Bama here.
Yeah, I don't think Texas is ready for Alabama here. I don't see how they're going to be able to stop them at all. It just seems like Bryce Young and them are maybe going to be able to put up whatever they want. And Michael, you touched on it really well. I'm not even going to expand on it too much, but there are so many disadvantages, it looks like, for Texas's offense going up against Alabama's D that I just don't think there's anything really to exploit. So I see the floodgates kind of opening, unfortunately, for Texas. I think it could be, I think it'll go I'll say like a 52-21 type game. So far exceeding the point spread in my eyes is kind of what I'm envisioning, going out on a limb on that. But, that's just kind of what I'm sensing going into it.
All right. Well, I hope I'm wrong. I do remember last year going into the Alabama-Texas A&M game just thinking Alabama's going to murder them. I remember thinking that. I was like, how is this even a question?
It's true.
And we saw what happened. So maybe the same thing can happen again. I know we hope this is a close game. We are neutral fans
Calzada just woke up that one game. Like, whatever. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
Maybe Texas's defense wakes up for one game.
Very well could be. And maybe they're much improved this year, I mean, it's year 2 under Kwiatkowski. They brought in Gary Patterson at least they brought in a couple transfers, so maybe they could help things out. But anyway, that'll do it for this episode of the College Football Bros. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, who you're picking, at least against the spread in this game, and we'll see you next week.
You've been watching the College Football Bros. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and in your podcast app for college football content all year round. For bonus episodes and access to our Discord chat, join our Patreon at patreon.com/collegefootballbros. Thanks for watching.